and kidneys in a matter of weeks. Its investors have been conveniently silenced and forced to live in the shadows by Big Pharma for the past 15 years. Mainstream media refuses to make their story public, even though it could save millions. Your own doctor, under Big Pharma's strict orders, will refuse to say a word about its existence. And yet, this major full prostate health and size-restoring discovery is too important to be kept buried. So if you're here, put your phone on silent, close the door, and make sure you watch every second of this video. Because in just 3 minutes from now, you'll know exactly what's making your prostate abilities decline, whether you realize it or not, how to stop it, and how to restore the perfect urine flow and increase libido levels Mother Nature gives. Hi, my name is Jack Parker. If you or one of your loved ones have been struggling with peeing or getting tired of nightly trips to the bathroom that interrupt your sleep, leaving you exhausted in the morning, or noticing you or them haven't had a fully empty bladder for a long time and are afraid that one day you might be forced to wear diapers not to make a fool of yourself, then today your world is about to change forever. Because you're moments away from a scientifically proven all-natural method that can finally improve and restore 100% of your prostate health and functions and give you back full control of your bladder to pee like a power hose, enjoying a steady urine flow whenever you want, with absolutely no surreal efforts, expensive drugs, or crazy expensive surgeries, and without having to face that dismissive look of your doctors ever again. So sit tight, because the answers I'm going to reveal in less than 2 minutes from now will change everything you ever thought was true about deteriorating prostate. Your doctor is dead wrong. The real reason why your or your loved one's prostates are slowly growing and preventing you or them from living the lives you deserve is not normal, even though it's a condition that has affected so many innocent men, even at young ages. It has zero to do with hereditary genes, fatigue, your immune system, or age. No, the problem goes much deeper. The problem, as recent clinical evidence shows, backed by a dozen emerging reports, some even published in the Harvard Medical School's journal, is an imbalance of free radicals and antioxidants in the body, which slowly but surely leads to cell and tissue damage, wreaking havoc in your prostate and on your overall cognitive health, while slowly lowering your ability to fight diseases. Have you ever wondered why every single year 200,000 American men start to suffer from BPH, urinary and kidney infections, or ED, meaning their prostate functions are starting to decline? 30, 40, 60-year-olds, people that were simply abandoned by modern medicine. And yet there are men even in their late 90s who pee like a power hose, enjoying a steady urine flow. The answer is not for the weak of heart. But once you learn it, it will give you the key to finally stop this debilitating disease and regain your fully functional prostate and bladder. Picture the day when you need to take a 3-hour flight and you don't need to second think about the embarrassing moments you would be spending in the bathroom, being looked at by every passenger on the airplane who wants to use the toilet. Never again having to worry about health complications like urinary tract infections, painful bladder stones, aggressive kidney diseases, or ending up in diapers, or worse, about being drenched in public in a pool of urine at any moment. Never again having to choose closed toilets over urinals, just because you're too ashamed to pee next to other men who don't have any such problems. Never again having to feel the pressure when you're trying to be intimate with your wife, that annoying thought in the back of your mind that you won't be able to perform and feel the disappointment or even pity in her eyes. Instead, you'll be a free man who lives a beautiful, vivid life and enjoys every single moment of it, day and night, just like millions of other men like you who even in their late 90s still have a constant and steady urine flow. I know how shocking this sounds right now. Believe me, I truly do. After all, you've heard a gazillion different stories about your prostate over the years, and probably a lot of BS too. Your own doctor has probably sold you a lot of false or outdated information. Sure, they always had the best intentions in mind and were always happy to write you that prescription for new, right? Even though your prostate was slowly failing you every day. I say to you, no more of this. And no matter where you are, whether your prostate illness is caused by external or internal factors, like incorrect elimination, you have a duty to yourself to stay focused right here on this page. Because today, for the first time, your prostate and your whole body, along with every other aspect of your life, are guaranteed to change for the better. I promise. You'll shrink your prostate and gain control over your bladder ultra fast while improving your quality of sleep and also boost your libido. You'll add years of good sex, restful sleep, and unlimited freedom to your life, with this 100% natural, safe, and effective trick that has no side effects, but delivers life-changing results. This scientifically proven method that you're about to discover is designed to specifically target the real root cause of prostate deterioration by reactivating your natural protection mechanism that affects your prostate cells, instead of letting them systematically break. All these benefits come along with substantial improvements in your vitality, sex drive, and endurance way beyond the very best days of your youth, and health benefits guaranteed to add years or even decades to your life. So listen up, because time flies fast. The global prostate recovery industry is worth $150 billion, and they're definitely not planning to stop their evil expansion. Absolutely not. The question is, what are you ready to do about it? The real question is, are you going to let them prey on you for the rest of your life while your worst nightmare becomes reality? I really hope not, because what I have to share today is guaranteed to save your prostate and finally give you happiness and peace of mind. But please don't take my word for granted. Every day my phone gets flooded with phone calls, texts, emails, WhatsApp messages, and they all say the same thing, that this program is guaranteed to work for any man out there. So let's get to it then. It's about time you are set free from the constant pressure you've been experiencing for too long. Like I said, I'm Jack Parker. Ever since I graduated from Harvard University, I only had one goal in mind: to research, help, and find a solution for people in need, and the domain I chose was urology. During my long career, I've worked with many prestigious doctors, professionals, and experts in their fields. People who've shared my dream and others who were too caught up in their classic treatment methods and didn't agree with my alternative way of thinking. I've seen and treated every single aspect related to prostate deterioration and enlargement, and I tried to help as many people as I could. I was also honored to have been part of an elite team of researchers and medical experts that discovered some of the most incredible breakthroughs for these terrible conditions. In my over 30 years of experience, I've helped over 8,300 Americans improve and ameliorate their prostate problems. I wanted to prove to myself and the entire medical community that prostate deterioration and enlargement can be stopped, and it's not a life sentence. I wanted to prove to them all that prostate cell degradation and enhancement can be stopped. Even though every time I dared to mention this to one of my senior colleagues, they would laugh me out of the room, I never stopped. But before I go on, you should know why 99% of the doctors consider prostate enlargement normal, a condition that comes with age, they claim, even though it's affecting more and more of our younger population every day. And sure, to some extent they are right. Over 14 million men in the U.S. suffer from some form of prostate problem. More than 80% of our senior population experiences some kind of prostate problem at some point. And this number is expected to significantly increase over the next decade. Now, this may seem commonplace, as all the doctors you'll go to will tell you, but there is no way it is normal, as you'll see in just a couple minutes. Now, if you or your loved one or your loved ones started going to the bathroom too often, or you've been spending more time over the water closet than in your bed, you know how vicious this disease can be. It affects every single aspect of your life, including your relationships. First, there are small details you tend to miss, like not having a steady urine flow and peeing, which you don't necessarily pay attention to. Then you somehow need to use the toilet more often, and you never feel you can fully empty your bladder, no matter how hard you try. You're not yourself anymore. You always feel a constant pressure in the back of your mind. You can't be as good of a father or husband as you used to. You constantly see other people's judgmental looks, but they don't know how difficult this can be sometimes. And by the time you know it, the doctor has given you prescription for prostate enlargement pills that have no effect. You keep wondering, when will all this stop? You feel cursed. And for a good reason. Even with all these solutions that come from state-of-the-art techniques, men are drowning in painful hopelessness, and no one seems to care to find a long-lasting solution. There are 14 million men traumatized from BPH in the U.S. alone, and yet they are forced to accept a tormenting and unfortunate reality. No major breakthrough treatment, no radical research. People have been convinced that prostate problems are unavoidable and incurable, and no complicated surgery can help them get over it. Even surgeons and scientists are sunk in stagnation. They prescribe you the same pills and methods and propose staggeringly expensive treatments as the sole fix, with no results. I'm sure you know and have been through all these things already. Being exhausted from the nightly trips to the bathroom and always calculating your holidays have been a pain, and Well, you know where. So you can constantly try to hold it in for as long as you can, or when you get the chance to get it all out in order to get over awkward situations or not to make a fool out of yourself. And you can't